Hi, my name is Kelsey Miller and I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech on animal testing. How many people here own a pet, whether it's a cat, dog, bird, rabbit, mouse? We all know as pet owners that these animals want nothing more than your approval and to be loved. Now picture this, your pet all caged up for days and days with no human contact, and when you walk by they're so afraid they just sit and shake. There are millions of animals a year that are being used for testing and suffering by living in a constant fear of not knowing what's going to happen to them next. Can you imagine putting your pet through all this suffering, loneliness, and torture just to see if products will be safe? I, for one, cannot see putting any animal, no matter what species they are, through that suffering, and that is why I will argue and prove that animal testing is cruel and not safe for the animals, and that it should not be allowed for companies to test their products on them when there are other alternative methods that can be done. I will support my argument by first talking about what animals in laboratories experience on a day-to-day basis. Second, I will talk about how many animals lose their lives each year due to testing. And the last thing I will talk about is the other methods that are available for testing products. Animals in laboratories live in a constant fear of not knowing what's going to happen to them next. PETA says that they believe that every creature with the will to live has a right to live free from pain and suffering. I believe that everybody should live by this quote and should treat people and animals with this mentality. We all need to think about this quote and think about what we're doing to these animals in the laboratories. They certainly aren't free from pain and suffering because the laboratories are purposely inflicting pain and suffering on these animals. PETA has also stated that after enduring their lives of pain, loneliness, and terror, almost all of them will be killed. So even if they make it through all these testings, they'll still be put to death anyway. Picture this. You walk into a room and you see cages upon cages of animals, and as you walk by, these animals just shake, they cower in fear, and you can see the pain in their eyes. PETA says that this is how these animals live and react every day to humans. That is just so sad and breaks my heart for these animals, and something needs to be done. How many animals a year die due to the testing that they're put through? According to PETA, more than 100 million animals a year die in cruel chemical, drug, and cosmetic tests, as well as biology lessons, medical training exercises, and just even curiosity. This statistic is just sickening to me to even think about, and we all need to take a stand and help these poor innocent animals. Research has been done, and PETA states that exact numbers aren't available because mice, rats, birds, and cold-blooded animals aren't protected, and that's why they can't get an exact number on how many animals die each year. So just think about that. We do not even know how many animals are being killed each year because most of them aren't protected, and that's why they just do experiments on them and dispose of them. Mice, rats, birds, and other animals are animals just like dogs, cats. They deserve to be protected. I know some people will argue that testing on animals is necessary to prove that the products are safe on humans, but I will argue and prove that there's other methods that can be done to prove that they're safe for human use. Instead of measuring how long it takes for a chemical to burn away a rabbit's eyes, manufacturers can now use 3D-like tissue that replicates the cornea. Another testing alternative for testing chemicals and their reactions to eyes is to use donated human corneas for testing. This proves that there are other alternatives than animal testing to test harsh chemicals and their reactions when it gets into their eyes. Research has proven that human skin cultures can be grown and purchased by laboratories to test products that could potentially cause skin irritation. Wouldn't it be smart to test these products on humans by using human skin cultures, because it's most related to us and that's what they're protecting, or that's what they're testing for? PETA states the best way to stop companies from using animals is to refuse to purchase their products and write and tell them why you won't be applying their eyeshadow, or cleaning your clothes with that detergent, or washing your child's hair with their shampoo. There needs to be more people that pay attention to labels and companies and see which products are conducting testing on animals. This issue of animal testing needs and deserves more people to stop, or more people fighting to stop it. It has been proven that these alternatives, as well as some I have not mentioned, are cheaper, faster, and more accurate at predicting human reactions to a product than animal testing will ever be. Can you still fathom using animals in laboratories for testing after finding out how many animals are killed each year? I know I can't, when I know there are other alternatives out there for laboratories to test their products on that does not involve the pain and suffering of innocent animals that can stand up for themselves. Do your part. Get educated. Go to PETA's website and see what you can do to help stop animal testing in laboratories.